On August 2, 1978, 24-year-old Michelle Ellis vanished without a trace. She was last seen at her home that evening. Just 1 hour later, her car appeared abandoned near a gas station. The keys were still in the ignition. Her purse inside. But Michelle was gone. What happened that night? Did she run away from her life? Did despair take her? Or was she the victim of a crime that's remained hidden for over 4 decades? Michelle wasn't a drifter or someone with a troubled history. She was known as kind, dependable, and deeply connected to her family. She had no debts, no enemies, and no signs of distress in the weeks before her disappearance. She still lived at home, often helping with family responsibilities, and was close with her siblings. Her disappearance was not only mysterious, it was completely out of character. On that warm August evening, Michelle was seen at her house. Nothing unusual about her mood, nothing that suggested trouble. But by 8 p.m., her car was found at a small gas station several miles away. It wasn't broken down. The gas tank wasn't empty. Inside were her belongings, her purse, her personal items. The car was left unlocked, the keys in the ignition. It looked as if Michelle had stepped away for just a moment, maybe to use the restroom or buy something inside. But she never came back. Abandoned car was the only real clue investigators had. If Michelle left voluntarily, why leave behind her vehicle, her only means of transportation? If she was abducted, why wasn't there any sign of a struggle? And if she planned to return, what stopped her? The car raised more questions than it answered, a silent witness to the night she vanished. When Michelle was reported missing, police began their search. Officers canvassed the gas station, spoke to nearby businesses, and checked local hospitals. But in 1978, investigations faced enormous limitations. There were no surveillance cameras, no digital footprints, and few forensic tools. No one remembered seeing Michelle that night. No witnesses, no struggle, no leads. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. And soon, Michelle's case grew cold. To this day, 3 theories dominate the case. Some believe Michelle left by choice, starting over somewhere else. But her family strongly rejects this. She had no reason to leave, and no evidence suggests she was planning a new life. Another theory is that Michelle ended her own life. But there was no note, no prior history of depression, and no signs she was struggling emotionally. For her loved ones, this theory feels out of character and unsupported. The most chilling theory is abduction or murder. Perhaps Michelle was approached at the gas station. In the late 1970s, without cameras and with limited forensic science, an abduction could leave no trace. Did a stranger take her? Or was it someone she trusted enough to go with willingly? Each theory leaves gaps. None fully explains what happened. For Michelle's family, the hardest part wasn't just losing her. It was never knowing why. Her parents lived the rest of their lives waiting for a phone call that never came. They died without answers. Her siblings grew older, carrying the weight of silence. More than 4 decades later, Michelle Ellis isn't just a cold case file. She was a daughter, a sister, and a friend, someone whose life mattered. And yet, all that remains is an empty car, an unanswered question, and a wound that time has never healed. So what truly happened to Michelle Ellis on that warm August night in 1978? Did she choose to walk away, fall victim to despair, or was her life stolen by someone who's never been caught? Until the truth comes to light, Michelle Ellis remains one of the countless souls who vanished into silence. What do you think happened to Michelle Ellis? Share your theory in the comments. Because until we know, Michelle Ellis is still missing.